How you doing? This is Roger. Back to the basics. Just getting ready to do the Pathfinder challenge issued by Sarge Feria. This is my normal space, personal space here, but because of where I live in California, there's a lot more pine needles than leaves, so I need to seek out a place that's going to be better for me for my shelter. So I got a little hiking to do, and this is it. I'm going to hope to shoot a bunch of videos and then clip them down for the challenge themselves. And then once I got the whole thing uploaded, then I can upload the sections that I did of each step or some other things that I might have done out there. But I hope to film all throughout this whole thing, and then, like I said, I'll piece together what I need for the Pathfinder challenge. Anyway, I'll see you as soon as I get to another location or I find something interesting that I can use on video. Alright, here I am at my location that I was trying to find, but I had to walk a lot further than I expected. Anyway, not sure exactly how I'm going to do this. It's kind of like a big hole. I'll turn around here in a second. Lots of bark and stuff, which is probably what I'm going to use for roofing. A little bit of leaves. Like I said, in California we don't have giant oak trees. I mean, we don't have the leaves that are huge, at least not in my area. I get the little itty bitty, I don't know if you can see them. Oh, I get those. I'm not sure if it's live oak or white oak, but whatever. It's those. Can't see much. Anyway, as you can see, I'm kind of like in a big hole. Up there is the drainage ditch that I was talking about before, and then it's way up there though. And then down here is just like this big valley. My only concern about my location here is the runoff. If for some reason, because it is supposed to rain, that the runoff might make my living conditions not so well. So I'm going to see what I can do and what I can come up with to avoid that. Lots of rocks and stuff here. Do all kinds of stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I thought about the spot up there. It's pretty much built already, but I don't like it because it's on a cliff. I like this one down here because it's already kind of built for me a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. I'm just going to start piling it on. Probably be a little bit bigger than a normal spider shelter, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, due to circumstances beyond my control, i.e. my superior, my wife, I only have approximately probably a half an hour, 45 minutes at the most of daylight. So, and I started this about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. So I get the remnants of the day to try to do a lot. So I'm going to get busy. Probably not going to be able to show you guys this anymore because it's going to get dark, but if I can, I will. I did bring a flashlight so I can try to get some footage. Anyway, this is where I'm at. Well, I was going to show you my shelter here, but I tried to use the flashlight and it's not enough, so you can't see anything. So I'm going to take some pictures of it and then I'll video it in the morning. Anyway, we'll go with that for now. Pretty tired. Doing this in the dark is a lot more work than doing it in the day. I thank my wife for that. But it's a survival scenario, and you don't get to pick when or where or why or what, you know. You just get sent out and you have to do what you got to do. So I did what I had to do. You'll see it in the morning. It's probably not 100% rainproof. I'm actually quite sure it's not. There's some holes in it, but it's a damn good start, and it'll keep the majority of the rain off me. It's been raining off and on. It's dry inside. It's where my gear is. So I'll take some pictures and we'll add that to the video, and then I'll go over it again tomorrow. Alright guys, made it through the night. Right now it's about 28 degrees. I wasn't really cold, but my shelter is failed me as far as keeping me dry, and I kind of expected that, being that I did it in the dark and I really wasn't able to put the shingles on the way I wanted to, starting at the bottom and working my way up, like typical shingles would be done to shed rain. I got quite a few holes. Couldn't see them last night. I tried to use the flashlight to see them, and just didn't work out real well. But anyway, like I said, it's been downpouring since like 1:30 in the morning, non-stop, and my location here is not what I expected it to be. I was really hoping that where I was at, I was covered by enough trees and stuff that I was going to shed a lot of the water, but it's not the case, at least not when it's been raining like it has. We were expecting snow, which would have been a whole lot nicer. Rain is not a friend. So while I was laying here thinking about whether or not I wanted to get up yet or not, I was thinking about an episode with Les Stroud. And while I was sitting on my couch watching that episode of Les Stroud, I was thinking, wow, what a pansy. It's pouring down rain out there, but he just keeps sitting there for hours and hours and hours, and I forget which episode it was. And he was just waiting for the rain to let up, and it just wouldn't. And now I'm sitting here waiting for the rain to let up, and it's not letting up at all. So now I'm seriously procrastinating getting up because I'm warm where I'm at. I know I got stuff to do. I know I have a limited amount of time. Like I said, I'm probably not even going to get to it today. I could if I wanted to be soaking wet and risk ruining my camera. But it just goes to show that this is a lot harder than it looks. When you're sitting there and you're thinking and you're watching these shows on TV and they make it look so easy, but at the same time sometimes you're looking at it going, wow, get out there and get up. What's the big deal? Well, think about it a little bit, because either that or get out and do it yourself first. Because I promise you, it can be a pretty intimidating experience when you're sitting here and waiting for rain to stop and it's not stopping. You're in a shelter that you built at night and your shelter is leaking, and my shelter's not leaking a whole lot, mostly on my feet, which kind of sucks, which is why I ended up waking up. I'm going to smoke a cigarette, then I'm going to get up, get dressed, and then I'm going to get the hell out of here, because this is not, the rain is not letting up at all. I think it rains harder every time I film. So anyway, I'll get the video of the shelter, and then I'm getting out of here. Alright guys, this is my shelter. As you can see, there's some holes in the back. It's not a big deal in the back. There's my sleeping bag down in there. It's a little bit wet. I got a pine needle bed raised up because, like I said before, I was in a trench here and I didn't want the runoff from that hill coming all the way down into where I'm sleeping. So I raised my bed, put pine needles down to keep myself off the ground, and I'll show you around here. Here's the roof. There's a hole right there. I don't know how I missed that hole last night, but that hole right there has created a lot of misery for me. And same with that one right there. I don't know if you can see it. And that right there let a ton of water in. That right there let a ton of water in. This is the side that I did in pitch black, total darkness. I'll walk around here and zoom back out. This is the back. Like I said, in California, we don't have big, giant oak tree leaves. We have, I don't know, I really don't know what the difference is between the East Coast or all the leaves I see you guys have. But we have little itty bitty oak leaves. So, anyway, this is the side that I built totally in the dark. Or I mean, not totally in the dark. This is the side I built before it got totally dark. And ironically enough, the difference between dark and daylight, this side I stayed dry. My head stayed dry, my feet got wet. So, as you can see, everything is like soaking wet, muddy, and slippery. So anyway, that's my shelter. I'm going to turn the camera off and put it away before it gets ruined. The water drops all over it already. But just to give you an idea of how much bark I put on that shelter over there. This tree right here, or actually both of those trees, all the way down, were covered in bark. This is what I was doing in the dark. This one, a little bit, not a lot of it. You can see my mess all over here. Up there is another one. And way up the hill is a big tree that hasn't fallen, but it's dead. And it had some pretty big pieces, but I didn't want to walk back up that hill. That's no easy hill for sure. So anyway, I'm gonna head out of here. I'm gonna go home, and I'm gonna go and probably shoot the rest of these videos. Later on when it's not raining out and I don't have to worry about damaging the camera. It's the only camera we have, so I don't want to risk not being able to provide videos anymore. So it's still raining. I don't know if you can see it. Probably not. But it's still raining and it doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. So I'm going to get out of here, go get warm, and I'll shoot the rest of the videos later. It's been Roger with Back to the Basics. I appreciate your subscriptions. I appreciate your views. Make sure you check out, if you can, b2bbushcraft.com. There's some other things there that aren't on YouTube. So, alright guys, thanks a lot.